Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram. Today I wanted to do something that I have never done. I love debuting things that I have never attempted with all of you because I just love getting all those comments of, oh, I've done this before. No, I'm kidding. I really do like just doing things that I never have done before, just so that I can show y'all. First attempts are always the hardest usually, and just keep going with it. Don't give up on something you think that you can't do. So if you ever see anything on my channel that you think, oh gracious, I could never do that, don't give up on yourself. Just keep on going and try again, because I can tell you that things I have tried for the very first time hardly ever work out the very first time, but I just keep on going, keep trying. Today I'm going to attempt my first glue book. Yes, I love to journal and I've never done a glue book. Well, per se, I guess. I love to collage, so that's a given. And I know that glue book is like that. You just collage in it usually. But I'm going to take it a step further and collage, but then do some extra stuff to it also and see how it turns out. So Mom and I, with the shop, scrapbookingwithme.com, we get catalogs from manufacturers. Now, usually when we go to order something, we just go online and we order it. So we get these catalogs and they're beautiful to look at. I mean, it shows upcoming collections that a company's got coming out. And this one just happens to be Echo Park. They have, as far as pages go, they have some of the best paper in these catalogs. You don't even have to fold them over. So traditional glue book, as I'm to understand, is you use like glue stick or something and put it on here and then you fold it over, because if you're doing like a magazine, the magazine pages are very thin. So to get yourself a sturdier platform or base to start collaging on, you fold it over. Okay, well, these pages in this book are very, very sturdy, and they're not thick. I wouldn't say they're thick, but they're very sturdy, and more sturdy than, or more thick than a magazine. So I'm going to start collaging. I've got kind of a idea of how I want to do this first page, and what I think I'm going to do is just do the fronts, and then I will do a larger piece on the back that would just be like the back of a tag or the back of a journaling card or spot or something. So maybe just a plain bigger piece on the back, which I don't know, I might not have paper that big, so I might have to piece the back too, but I'm just saying not decorate the back as much as I'm going to the front. So first off, I'm going to start with, I've got some new foams around here somewhere for my blend, there we go, for my blending tool. And we have the these are the felts actually, and these, I'm not the biggest fan of these. They work in a pinch when you don't have the foams, but and this is hard to say, the dome foams for these, they're like these foams, but they're domed up a little bit. They are on back order with our supplier. A lot of Tim Holtz stuff is on back order right now. So I don't know if there is a shortage of materials, a shortage of workers, if they're still, you know, going by some strict COVID guidelines or whatever. I don't know. But I know that the foams that we really love are on back order still. So we're just waiting around for those to come back into stock so that we can get them back in stock in our shop. So I'm using the foams now, and they work. I mean, they're just thin, but they do work. Let's see. I've got some paper. I'm using my Vintage Photo Oxide. And just going along the edge of this paper. This is one of those that I had left over from the Rosie Ringbound Journal. I posted that video this week. And see, I mean, they ink just as well. But I do like the dome foam tips better. So we'll just use what we can until they get their other stuff in stock. All right, so I think I'm going to start with that one there. I like using bigger pieces. Like when I did my master board, I like using bigger pieces first to try to kind of cover up the entire space. And then try to get smaller pieces on top of this. So we will see how this goes. And I think I will use my glue stick, and we'll just see how it goes. And if I think I need to go to something else, I will. Sometimes glue stick, when you use it, you just can't get it to the very edge. But since you're going to be covering up this entire page, you can get it off on this with no worries. Let me throw it on myself and act like it's a snake or something. Okay, and then I'm going to try to cover the very bottom so I don't have to piece anything. There we go. Okay, so it wasn't, that piece is not cut exactly straight. So, let's go here. I think I might go up to there. Let's go ahead and ink it. And I hope my collaging videos are a comforting, kind of satisfying videos. I've got certain people that I watch on YouTube that do collaging, and it's just so soothing and gratifying to watch something like that come together, especially when it's not fully messed up as far as hot mess in the very beginning. Which some of mine are, so maybe it's not so soothing for everybody, but I think they turn out okay in the end. They might be a total hot mess in the beginning though. All right, and let's try to get that one. There we go. Kind of straight as we can. And, let's go with a piece of this. This is a piece of Mr. Timothy Holt's paper. This came from Memoranda. That's what it came from, because I don't actually have Wallflower. I think that's the name of the other one that kind of looks like this. I don't even have that one. Okay. So let's see how this is gonna turn out. That's always my favorite on collaging videos, is watching it and going, okay, what are they gonna make happen with that one? Because I'm with y'all. Sometimes I'll watch them and I'm like, how is that going to work out? I just don't know how that's going to happen. Oh, man. This is another piece that I had cut out from the Memoranda collection. I think it was the same page, actually. But it's so funny how, and fun, how his pages, you can cut out certain things in them, and I mean, it just looks totally different. Let's see. Do I want that there? Yep, I think I do, because I think I'm going to put this wooden piece above it, but I want it to all be covered. Yep, I want to put that behind it though. So I'm going to put this on top. So I'm going to do this one first. So it's most all collaging, what I have found is you kind of put down first what you don't care that gets covered up. And then you put down some accents over the top of those other papers. So if you've got some paper that you've used a lot, or that's a little more plain, that's an easy one to put down first and then cover over. Now I am not going to put my head down so that I can see that that is at the very top, but I feel that it's at the very top. That is the joy of videoing. You kind of do it and just hope it looks all right from that angle, because I cannot see it there. I could put my head down there, but I'm going to get my hair done today, so you might not want to see roots. I never want anybody to see the top of my head anyways. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. Okay, I had already inked that, so let's put that across. I'm liking this so far. Cute, cute, cute. Let's do this little piece. This is another piece off of that same page, but I think they look so different, most of them, because I cut it from different edges of the page, that it works. I'm going to put a big, there's a postcard thing I'm wanting to put right here. So let's looky here. Maybe, I think I want to turn it around and kind of make that square again. That's cute. I like that. We'll see if I cover it up or not in the end. I like this project because, and when I watched a few other people do glue books, I like this project because you're not afraid to get messy. You're going to get glue and stuff everywhere, but you're not afraid, because that's what this is all about. It's about collaging scraps that maybe you are thinking you're not going to use again, maybe. Or that you have used a lot of, and you want to make it something new. So that's what this is. We're making it something new. So I'm going to glue this piece down, and maybe one more piece, and then get my big postcard piece here. Let's see. Go over and cover that up some, and then cover that. I like that. All right, and then this little piece of, oh my goodness, this scrap paper I have had in my stash for years. And I mean, it's so current. It's like book page, but I've had it in my stash for years and years and years. So I was happy when I was picking out pieces to go on this page and found that. Okay, I'm going to cover up this edge here, and then hope when I put that postcard piece down. Now this is just paper. I'm wanting to say this is a digital, but I cannot remember what company it came from. It was cut up in my little scrap bowl, so I cannot remember whose digital it is. Little piece of, and then it might have been a cut apart page from a collection too, so it might not have been a digital. I'm thinking that right there. Oh yeah, I like that. And cover up all the little white edges of the actual page. Now, I'm sure you could put all of this down with liquid glue. You don't have to use a glue stick at all. You could also probably use gesso. So, and Collage Page, yes, because it is a collage. So Collage Page would definitely work. All right, and now I'm gonna get my old yucky rag, and I'm gonna kind of get off any glue pieces that's big, because I want to stamp a little bit on this. And I also want to use some ink with some stencils. So I want to stencil a little bit and get some stenciling into these blank areas. Okay, so I have a few stencils. I haven't even cleaned this one off. I like that right there. So I want to look, see what that looks like. And hold it really still before you pull it up. See, I like that. Very subtle. Yep. And I'm using the Vintage Photo Oxide with just my blender and then whirling it around. That's all I'm doing. And you just kind of hold it in place. And then try your best not to go off of the stencil at all. And pull up. Oh yeah, I like that. Cute. All right, maybe that one more time here. Power of 3, you know. I'm gonna go around and then kind of plop it in, and then go around again. Yep, just to get it all in there and used and good. All right, and then I might use my regular walnut stain. With one of these, and I really like that. I might go on this little corner here, see how this turns out. Oh, I think I will like that. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, I think I will go just off a little bit with it here. And that'll be all of that one. And then I've got a brick stencil that I want to try on a couple of places. So let's see how that looks. Yep, I like that. Cute. All right, and then this brick one. I think both of these are from the Crafters Workshop. That's the stencils that we usually get in the shop. We like their durability, how they hold up. It's very good. So I'm thinking just maybe here, here, here. I do a kind of a diagonal of the bricks there, and I think I want to do it in my oxide, and I'm going to get some washi tape to hold it down on the edges while I'm doing the stenciling, since it's such a large area I'm wanting to do it on. So I'm just going to hold this down here. and here. And I think that'll give me enough to hold it in place. Now these are large brick areas, so I'll have to go in there really good and good coverage to get that how it needs to be. And I'm holding down on that one side of the stencil also, just so it doesn't move on me. I'm just whirling it around, and we shall see how it turns out. It might look like a hot mess, and I might have to cover it up with something, but we'll see. It's wanting to move on me. Let's try to keep it still. All right. Let's see what it looks like. And you could always pull up on one side, look at it. Oh, I like that. We're good. And then if you didn't like it, you could just put it right back down if you had the washi still in place. So that's cool, I like that. I might do 1 or 2 little bricks right here and just hold it down with some washi. And then this also helps so that you don't go off of the stencil this way and make a defined line. So washi helps in a lot of different areas, even if you don't like using washi in your projects. It helps in some instances. So I'm trying to get just that 3rd brick filled in and not this one over here. So we'll see how that goes. Kind of dot it around some. Oh yeah, that's good. And then I just barely got some on the edges of it. I like that. Okay, and I will wash the stencils when I'm done with this video, I say to myself. We shall see. Let's look. Maybe one more. Since I've got, look, I've got gesso still on that, but that will flake right off. But since I've got postcard here, I was thinking about doing just this post thing right there. And I'll just use my little handy dandy brush in my pumice stone ink. I'm gonna get it good in that pumice stone, and then just go in on the where it says post, and maybe get the flower too. Now this stencil come from somewhere else, not, oh yeah, that's cute. Look at that. I like that. I really like that. Let's do maybe the 40 one more time down here. This stencil was also in an E-Club, oh, I like that, was also in an E-Club kit, but it came from Viva Decor, and it holds up. It's good, it's sturdy, so we like those too, that brand also. So that's cute so far. I'm liking that so far. All right, and then I want to do a little bit of stamping, and I'm going to use my StazOn just because I'm working on different surfaces, and maybe one has some glue on it, so I want to make sure that it stays on. So I'm going to use Stays On ink in Jet Black. And I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Get my stamp block out. I know a lot of YouTubers don't use a stamp block. I just find that when I do it without a stamp block, it doesn't turn out right for me. Now, if you're wanting a really messy stamped image, then go for it. It works well when you don't use a stamp block, but I just find I have to use that stamp block. Okay. I like that. It's a Nelson Mandela post or quote. I like that. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Nelson Mandela. And that is a Felicity Jane. If you've never heard of this company, she, Gina, I think, Janine. Anyway, she has a wonderful, wonderful company. Lots of cute little things, scrapbooky stuff, planner related stuff. She just has some really great stuff at her shop, so you need to check her out if you have never seen any of that. She has some great stamp sets. A different collection each month comes out, and they are all names. So, well, I think it's women's names, but anyways, it's all names that she comes up with each month for her themes. I'll put that here. All part of my story there. And then I was going to put just some random number stamps around on here. And I have an idea for this collage that I want to use it for my art journal. So I have another idea for an art journaling layout that I want to make. And I just thought, I'll use what I make in the glue book. I'll do it in my art journal. So I'm just kind of willy-nilly stamping a number, and then I'll stamp off from it. And then maybe the 3. Let's do a couple of spots with that, and I think maybe down here. And I'll stamp and then stamp off and then do it one more time. I think I need to re-ink my Stays On. Oh yeah, I like that. And my favorite number is 33, so I like how that turned out. Okay, I think that is good on stamping. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is turn it over to the back. And I'm going to try to find, I think I've got some coffee dyed paper here. And I'm going to try to, okay, yeah, that covers it up fine. I'm good with that. So let's get our liquid glue, since we have such a big piece. And I'm going to cover up the back side of this, and I'm good that it doesn't go all the way to the corners. I might not use all the way to the corner on the front. So, and if I do, and I see that I need to cover up, I'll just piece it with some scrap of some kind. So this is just a piece, an 8.5 by 11 piece of coffee dyed paper. And I'll just kind of put it in the middle of this page. And it'll pucker some because I've used so much glue. but that is okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this, usually what you would do is fill up your glue book. So you'd go through and use scraps that you don't think you're gonna use, or that you just want a scrap paper project. So you go through and you fill up a glue book, and then you would come back through and either use it as a journal. You could totally use it as a journal, or you could cut it up. So I'm just going to show you, first page, what I would do with this. So I'm going to carefully tear this out. So I'm going to go ahead, tear out my first page in my glue book. Okay, so now we have this piece here, and I've got enough on this side that I can get my sticky scissors and not my good scissors. I'm gonna get my sticky scissors, and I'm gonna go through here and cut off what you can see of the actual catalog, because I don't want that seen on what I'm gonna do. All right, so this is like a master board. This is like what I did the other day in one of my other videos, but you're just doing it in a book form, and it keeps it all together. So I might put my other master board that I did, I might put that, just tuck it in that book until I'm ready to use it. Now I want to corner that and then come along and get off this excess coffee dyed paper that's on the back, because I kind of went over some. So I didn't get that centered up as much as I needed to, huh? All right, so I want to use 2 pieces of this in my craft art journal that I've been working in. And I want it to be a matte, like you could see the craft, and then this piece is in the middle of it. So I need to cut at least 2 pieces that are, let's do 8 1/4. 8 1/4 by 4. So 8 1/4 by 4 is the 2 sheets that I need. So let's do, so maybe y'all can see everything. Is that in there? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna go 4 wide. So I'm just gonna get that where it needs to be in the trimmer and go 4 wide. Okay, and then I need to go 8 1/4 tall. So 8 1/4. There. Now you could have picked whichever side that you wanted to go in. So let's see. That seems too big. Oh, I know what it was. This one is 4 wide. This one is the other half of it. Duh. Okay, so I want that on my page. So I'm going to cut this one at 4 wide, and I'll have a little strip here. That is neat looking. I like that. Okay, so if I round my corners, like was here already, just round it again, and then go to add it in there. And I still think I need some, yep, I need some off of that to make a good mat. So I think maybe I should have went 8 1/8 maybe. But I'm just going to go to the 8. So 8 by 4 is what we have cut this piece, and that is a standard traveler's notebook. Yes, that works. So 4 inches by 8 inches. Hey, I go on the fly, y'all. Y'all just watching. Either you love me because I go on the fly or you don't. Because that's just how I am. Now, if I were to use this and you say, why'd you cover the back since you're going to glue it in a traveler's notebook? This piece is not going to get glued in a traveler's notebook. This piece, I'm probably going to round the corners, ink around all the edges, and use it as a journal card. So I will put another piece of maybe cream colored cardstock or something on the back of this and make it a journaling card. So I'd just rather cover up all of the back instead of trying to piece that together. I like that. And then look, all part of my story. And then there's plenty of room to journal on this. I'm going to ink around those edges. Let's get this other one cut. So we're going to cut it at, I think I'm going to cut off this end. Nope. I'm going to cut off this end because I've got more light color here that I can journal on. So let's cut it at 8. Oh yeah, and we can make that into a journal card too. Okay, and then round our corners. Whoopee. Okay, and then see how that looks there. I love that. All right, and now I need to ink the edges so it will stand out from that craft cardstock. So let's ink that with my Oxide Vintage Photo and kind of really get the corners good and muddy. As I say, dirty it up really good. Okay, before I go on with that, I'm going to round the corners of this. And with your corner chomper, if you get some resistance with it doing the corners, it might be just because it's so many layers. So I'm emptying that reservoir out and seeing if that helps a little bit. But yeah, it's because I've got so many layers on this, it's decided it doesn't want to play with me. So I'm just gonna get them as good as I can and then maybe run some aluminum foil through there a couple of times and see if I can't get it to act right. I think I will use walnut stain around these. Get them really dark and dirtied up. And then these will go in my ephemera holder to use in future projects. But I thought these were very cute little journaling cards. And it's already collaged, and you could put like a flower die cut maybe here, even have it coming up off of it. That would be very cute. So this one is a little more plain, so you could do, so this one's a little more plain, so you could do even more on this one. As far as decorating goes, whenever right before you're wanting to put it on your project, I'm going to put just a little bit of liquid glue back behind here because this piece is not wanting to stay down. There we go. So I've got, other than my 2 pieces that I'm going to be using for my art journal, I've got these 2 pieces that I can use for journaling cards. I might have to square that one up some. It looks a little wonky. And then I also have this little strip that I could use on a page edge or as a skinny belly band. That is cute. I mean, I like this. I'm not throwing it away. I like this little strip here. And kind of ink that. And then have it in my ephemera box for whenever I need it on another project. So I will put those to the side. And let's finish up on this project. I'm going to go ahead and get my score tape, and I'm going to put this down with score tape. Just so that I can make sure that it is going to stick, and then that liquid glue is not going to mess it up on the edges and make it stick to something I don't want it to stick to. Now, I will, however, put some liquid glue down here just to fill in the chinks. So let's get that in there and get it kind of centered up. And you may have to pull it up and get it fixed how you need it. It's pretty forgiving until you really get it down there, and then when it is stuck, it's stuck. So get it how you want it before you push it all down. I need to get a little bit of liquid glue down here to get that laid down all the way. And then this one. Okay, so I have that in my journal. I love how it kind of mimics the other side, even though on this one I got that one a little tall, but it's just because I cut off more on the top than I did the other side. But I'm good with that. It's not supposed to be perfect, and I like how that turned out. So I will journal on these pages, and this will be another entry into my art journal. So that's what I plan on using that glue book anyway. That glue book for is collaging and then adding it to my art journal. So I really like how this turned out. I love my first glue book. I love doing it in a book like that, collaging in a book like that, because if I don't want to cut it apart at that very moment, like I did today, then it can stay in that book and have a place to be organized on my shelf beside me until I want to use it. And so I really love that concept. So I see lots more glue booking in my future. But anyway, I have those pieces. I have these two cards, and then I have this little strip that I could use as a page border if I wanted to. And I think that that turned out to be a great little glue book art journaling session. And I've already got me a couple of quotes on here, and I'm just going to fill in with writing around in here, and I'll have a whole new journal entry. So thanks so much for sticking around till the end to see how it all came together, and how I went ahead and took out my very first page out of my glue book and used it instead of just leaving it in the book itself. But thanks for coming along on this brand new experience with me, and I hope to make lots more. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.